Hey there, safecrackers! Get your combinations ready because it is time for the Comic Vault! What else would it be? Because you have to crack into the safe. Because it's the comic... Today, on the Comic Vault, I'm reviewing the pilot season Ripclaw #1. I believe this is... I don't believe this one became a full-fledged series, but correct me if I'm wrong. But I couldn't find any information on it. So I'm assuming it went nowhere. But I have to say I enjoyed this issue. It's not a full story. Of course, it's a pilot season, so it's like the first episode. It creates more questions than it answers. So I do feel a little dissatisfied because I want to know more. And I think one of the... Okay, first, Ripclaw gets his start back in the... I think it was the 90s with Cyberforce. And I didn't read any of that. I don't know if that's any good, but this is really pretty decent. This particular issue by Jason Aaron, local Kansas City writer. It excites me. But and I do have this one signed. This comic was given me by my brother. He had it signed, and he gave it to me. So thanks, Mick. Appreciate it. So, one of the complaints that I've seen about Ripclaw as a character, Cyberforce in general is compared to the X-Men, but Ripclaw is compared to Wolverine. I would like to say that Wolverine doesn't have the wise, gruff loner thing cornered. He's not the only person that can do that. In fact, lots and lots of characters are like that. The issue here, I think one of the reasons that this guy gets really compared to Wolverine is that his name is Ripclaw, and he uses claws to attack people. He's visually, his powers, or at least the powers that we see in this issue, are not all that dissimilar to Lady Deathstrike. So there is an obvious relation between the characters. Well, not obviously related, but there is an obvious relation between the characters. And I find this to be fascinating. Essentially, this issue is about Ripclaw infiltrating a stronghold, or I believe a mob boss for some Asian mob. I'm assuming... Well, it could be... It's been a little bit. I forget which particular mob it is, but there's fascinating images in here. This is really pretty bloody, so if you can't handle gore, this might be a little hard to get through, but of course it's not the only thing. In fact, there is one battle scene that's completely skipped over, which I think is done for one, economic reasons, and two, it's kind of like the shark in Jaws, you know? It's something that's big and frightening, and it's big and frightening because we don't know what it looked like. There's one scene where Ripclaw is about to engage an assailant, and then it's supposed to be some huge epic fight. Now what this particular fight is, and I'm going to focus on this because this is really more about experience, because of course it's a pilot that didn't have a full-fledged series. So what I found so interesting about this issue is we have a martial arts master who is honored to have the chance to fight Ripclaw. And Ripclaw doesn't make fun of him, he doesn't mock him in any way. It's just two guys that are about to fight, and one is extremely honored and the other knows that this is going to be extremely dangerous, at least for one of the two. So it's interesting to see someone's contained excitement versus stoicism. So often we'll get to characters who sneer at other people, who are sarcastic all the time when they get into the fight. And that's something that bothers me about comics. It is pretty standard among comics now to have witty banter over the top of fights. And fair enough, some of it's fun. All I'm saying is that I found this refreshing. I found it interesting to see. And of course this is different from Wolverine. Now, I'm going to give away the ending of the issue because that's what makes it worthwhile. This would have made a great series to launch into something. And again, in my research, I didn't find anything, so correct me if I'm wrong. but I don't believe this went anywhere. And I would love to be wrong about this. The last page shows you what this really differentiates this guy from, and the reason why he's so depressed. He has lots and lots of dead spirits following him around. And the reason why he is trying to correct these issues is that he has to find a way to lay these spirits to rest. He has to correct things that happened during their lives, and because they can't correct them now. And it's not like the Ghost Whisperer. It's these spirits look like rotting zombies following him around. Some don't have legs. Some don't have feet. Some are infants. It's kind of disturbing. And I would have loved to have seen him. It's a great idea for a series. It's a premise that doesn't quit. So I'm a little sad that I don't have any more. But the art's beautiful. The writing is great. I would highly recommend Ripclaw #1 pilot season, as long as you don't mind being sad when there's no more. So, thanks for watching the Comic Vault, guys. Of course, I'm Vince, and this is Geekvolution, and the Comic Vault is vast and ominous, huge and unknowable. And if you'd like to send things to us, whatever you wish, send things to us for us to review, you can send those to Geekvolution, P.O. Box 14183, Lenexa, Kansas 66285. Thanks for watching the Comic Vault, guys. I'm Vince. We'll catch you later.